What is happening, fellow resellers? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to accomplish 3 things this evening. We're going to look at some things that I picked up from thrifting yesterday and today. We're going to do some comments. There was a lot of good feedback, suggestions, comments on the last video. I want to dig a little deeper into some of those in case you guys missed them. And we're going to look at what sold. It is Friday night, and it is late Friday night, and Maria gets a call from her sister, and she's like, hey, our relative, cousin, something is in town. We're downtown, and you want to come hang out? So my sister-in-law came, grabbed Maria, and I'm spending some quality time with you guys. I didn't really want to go out. So let's get to it. So thrifting is not that great in this area, but I do okay because of the way I don't know. I do okay, but it's not like I can take you guys to the thrift store because there's a whole lot of nothing there. You know, I would just be like walking around with my phone. I do intend on getting, some sort of little camera and whatnot to kind of, but it has to make sense, right? I don't want it to, I don't want to just have this camera and then have to edit a bunch of footage, edit 10 minutes to get like a minute of something. So lots of times I just buy things and then I in my mind, I think, oh, I'll show you guys when they sell. But then there's sometimes where deals just happen so fast. Like literally a couple hours ago, I'm just kind of sitting there doing a little bit of work, and I get a call from somebody who I've been working on a deal with on a marketplace ad, and I'll show you what sold. But sometimes it happens so fast that I can't even get footage of the actual thing that I sold. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you a few things. I haven't done a what I bought video in forever. And part of that is because I haven't been sourcing, but then other times I just, like I said, I just think, okay, you'll get to see this stuff, but I don't know. I figure, why not? So first thing, I picked up 3 of these. So Lush is a cosmetics, health and beauty company. I'm not even sure if they're in the States at all. I believe they're headquartered here in Vancouver. So this is it's a shower jelly, and I don't really understand why it's a Super Mario Brothers thing. So, I picked up 3 of them. I've seen these sell on eBay for like $40. I didn't pay any. I paid a fraction of that, literally a fraction for all 3 of these. Now, I can't sell these on eBay. You will get a Vero. I believe I did get a Vero years ago. Or maybe it was just taken down. I can't remember. I do know that there are some on eBay. So I listed this on District. I listed this on Craigslist. And I listed this on an app called Carrot, spelled with a K. I don't even want to list this on Facebook, even though there are some on Facebook. Marketplace is, it is annoying. It's a great place to sell, but also the AI there is even worse than what's going on with eBay. All right, so I expect to get a lot more than what I paid for these. And if I don't, I'm just going to use them because I got them so inexpensive. And I use a couple Lush products. There's this one product called Dirty for your hair. It is like the absolute best hair product I have ever seen. Like, it is amazing. And then there's another one called Kalamazoo, which is kind of like, it's for your beard, to make your beard smell good. And it's amazing. It's equally amazing. I don't normally pay Lush prices because they are pretty expensive. Normally I find somebody who's selling new products on Marketplace or Craigslist, and that's when I buy them. I picked this sealed DVD up. I have another Harry Lorraine uh, sealed VHS, and that one is Secrets to Remembering Names. This one is Secrets to Remembering Numbers, and I actually have a book somewhere that I'm going to pair all three up together. I've actually used this person's, like, I have a book to help remember how to use names, because I'm horrible with names. Maria is amazing with names. Me, not so good. But I remember specifically using the strategies in this book that I read by this guy, like, I want to say over 20 years ago. God, that's horrible to say. And I remember being at a party. This is back when I was like 26. And I was at a party and I was trying to like implement some of these strategies. And I remember by the end of the night, someone was like, "You are so good with names." And so I know this person's, their strategies work. So, and I'm a sucker for like certain sealed DVDs. So we'll see what we're going to get out of that bundle when it sells. I picked up a couple more of these. They're like IKEA little wooden brackets of some sort. I sell these. I pick these up really cheap, and I end up pairing them with other, like, I think the last one I sold was like 5 of these for like right around $50. So they sell quite well. And these ones are new, sealed. And the other ones that I have are new, but they're not in this bag. But I just pick these up every time I see them because I know that they sell well on eBay. Okay, this next thing, you know, a lot of times when I buy things, I'm just going on gut, right? Like, I bought this. This is a painting. It's signed. It's the name of it. You'll see what I mean. I can't really make out the name, but it's a signed painting, and I paid $4 for this. Now, I have no idea the value. I know it's worth more than $4. And there's something about it that I like. Like, I feel like it's really well done. So I feel like I'm pretty certain I'm going to get a lot more than $4 out of this particular painting. And, you know, I buy things that I like. A. Christie. Yeah, I can't really, I don't really know what that means. 6 Marathon Way, Taronga. I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google that to see what that is. And then I thought this was fun. I have no idea what I'm going to get out of this, and I have no idea what I'm going to get out of this, but I know that I'm going to get more than $4 out of this. You know, someone's going to come along. Anybody know what kind of dog this is? I feel like, is it a Shiba? Is that even a dog? I feel like that's a dog. Shiba Inu? I don't know. People love their dogs. And I feel like someone's going to come along. And the paintings, well, this one I might list on eBay because it's small. This one I'm definitely not. I'm only going to sell this one locally because it's a little heavier. Don't think I could get this under a pound. That one I think I could get that one under a pound. But either way, I think I'll get a pretty decent value on that other one that I could list it on eBay. I haven't decided yet. Guitar Heroes. This was not very expensive at all. I think it was mispriced. I will sell this locally. I don't really like, I don't know what it is. I do not like packaging Guitar Heroes. And so I will sell that locally. I think I told this story one other time. You're always going to have somebody that needs to have one of these like right now. I had one listed and I wasn't responsive enough on my marketplace ad. I think I was watching a football game that day and somebody had messaged me and I didn't see it. And by the time I got to them, they're like, good catch. And they're like, I found another one. They were like, we had a Guitar Hero emergency. So I'm like imagining them like getting together having a good time, and their Guitar Hero goes down. So, you know, what do? You go and you find one. Find one online, and yeah. So there's always going to be a Guitar Hero emergency somewhere. So yeah, so I'll sell that locally. I do well with diapers. Dog diapers. Whenever I see them, I paid $1 for this. And I know when our dog passed in January, he was starting to have some issues for the last 4 to 6 months. And I know how expensive these things can be. And it's, you know, I buy them. I have one listing on Craigslist that has all the ones that I have. I pair up the smaller, the sizes is an extra small. This is probably $20 in the store after tax, if not more. And so normally what happens is somebody who, you know, they'll come and they'll buy all of one size for whatever their dog is. So I just always buy these because they're a necessity. And if you can get them cheap enough, it's worth your while. What else? So I picked up this Hello Kitty glass cup. I like selling Hello Kitty stuff. This is from 1989. And it still has a sticker on it, which tells me it's never been used. Like, it's like 30 years old. And, you know, you pick something up like this. I mean, where is somebody going to find this? That's my logic. Where are you going to find this? In this condition, pretty sure that I'm going to sell this for more than the dollar that I paid for it. Okay, now, I don't know the origin of this. It's just like a pan-painted ceramic. I have some other ones of these that I will add this to that listing. I think I actually have it on eBay, but I also have it locally as well. I didn't really pay much for this. I think it's cool, and I will add it to my other listing, and it'll make that more attractive for somebody who comes along and wants to buy that. Now, the other thing that I picked up these CDs. Now, this particular thrift store was having a sale, 10 cents a DVD, 10 cents a CD. So what I picked up, I'm going to show you what I picked up and why. I picked up a couple Sarah McLachlan CDs, and I checked the condition of like everything that I was buying there. They're all the CDs are in very high grade condition. I had to pass on some. So I'm going to sell these Sarah McLachlan CDs as a set. I do well with these kind of like these mixes, these techno or dance, party. I might even have some other pure energy ones that I can add to this. I like picking up sealed obscure CDs. This is Beyond the Journey by a Chief Frank Nelson. No idea what it is. It is a First Nations Indigenous CD. Long tail item will take forever to sell, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to get more than a dime out of it. Zoom Zoom, Cuddle and Crone. This is like a children's songs, rhymes, tickles and bounces to enjoy with your baby. These things sell good for me. Picked up a couple Neil Young CDs. These will sell. Matthew Sweet. Sometimes I just pick up things that are familiar to me. I'm a big Neil Young fan. I like Matthew Sweet. I actually don't like the Sex Pistols, but I know a lot of people do. So this is a 2 CD set. Boyz II Men. Someone's gonna buy that. A Matthew Good Band. Now, they're a Canadian band, but they're really good. And I say that like I'm surprised. I always tease Maria, if I hear something on the radio, I'm like, is this Canadian? Because I've never heard of them before. But Matthew Good Band is an alternative band from the late 90s or 2000s. I'm really surprised that they never achieved more success than what they have achieved, because they're actually a really good band. Phish, Phish, huge fan of these guys. I will always pick stuff up like that to sell. Karaoke Party, Men of Country. I've no idea. I'm not a country fan. I do not like country music. That's one of the genres, one of the few genres that I do not listen to, but there are a lot of people that do. Canadian Tenors, The Perfect Gift, Thornley, The Cathedral Quartet, no idea. Oh, Dave Matthews Band, love me some Dave Matthews Band. Another Christmas Tree, Nashville, and Mozart. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, they shy away from CDs, you know, but I do well with them. They take forever to sell, and I'm okay with that. I am a long tail, non-apologist reseller. I almost forgot. I don't buy many clothes. Okay, I really don't buy many clothes because I can't stand like taking pictures of them. I can't stand the measurements. But I picked this up. So because it's cool, I think it's cool. And if I don't sell it, I'm just going to keep it and wear it. But because it's brand new, the brand is called Fresh Jive. Any of you clothing resellers out there know anything about this brand? It's like a streetwear from the 90s. I've seen some of, like, you know, I comped just anything Fresh Jive, and there were some sales. There's not that many of them. It fits me pretty perfect, but I am going to try and sell it. It's got this pin on it. I did a little bit of research, and it sounds like a pretty cool company, but I mean, I paid such a ridiculous low price for this. Like, you can't even buy a cheeseburger for what I paid this. Like a McDonald's cheeseburger for what I paid for this. And so, worst case scenario, I'm going to keep it. But best case scenario, could be a $50 bill here. I don't know. We'll see. And hopefully there's some clothing resellers out there that can tell me the value of this. But, you know, I'm just going to put it up for a high price and see what happens, and take some offers and go from there. But, you know, everything that I got, the key to buying is just to buy everything super cheap. So you have wiggle room. So, you know, some of these CDs that I got, maybe I won't get a lot out of them, but I guarantee you I'm going to get more than $2 out of everything that I bought. And I'm probably going to, like, everything, after all these CDs sell, it's going to cover everything that I bought and a lot more. So, yeah, that's kind of how I roll when I'm out buying things. And this is a little of my thought processes on some of the things that I pick up. But it's, you know, prices in thrift stores are a bit of a joke these days, but there are things to be had. You kind of just got to go all the time. That's kind of my MO. You just go when you're out, stop, take a quick look around, see if there's anything, get out. I don't spend a lot of time there because I know the 90% of the stuff, I got my different pockets of the sections of the store that I kind of target, and I kind of know where things are mispriced. And yeah, that's kind of what I do. Okay, I'm back on the main floor. I was gonna plan on making the whole video upstairs, but then Maria left, so I'm like, okay, I'll just finish it downstairs. So while in between coming down here, I just sold this hat. It's a Grassroots California, and you know what? I don't generally buy fitted hats anymore. That was more of an amateur move, but so I've got some, and they take a long time to sell. But this sold for $38, including shipping. Zeiss is nice. No idea what that means. West Germany. That sold for $10, including shipping. I'm beginning to wonder if the guy's actually gonna pay. I love the Raging Grannies. This sold for $10, including shipping. But it's been maybe 2 days now. So maybe he's not going to pay. A couple Ford patches. So there's a large one and there's 2 smaller ones. I think one of them has a little bit of wear. This sold for $25, including shipping. Got a lot of stuff on my desk here I gotta get listed. I haven't been listing a lot since Maria's back. I've kind of just been keeping the bare bones of the operation going. So I do want to get back into listing. I have a little bit of a romantic evening planned tomorrow. We're going to go on this boat ride, and there's these Christmas lights, like a tree or something like that. We're going to have dinner. Maybe I'll be able to get some footage, maybe not. We'll see what happens. Sold 4 of these Hello Kitty. They're like little piggy banks. They're brand new. So I got this one, and I have multiples of these. I might not have, there might be one of these that I don't have, so maybe my next set will just be 3, or maybe I do have maybe one more complete set. These sold for $45, including shipping. And then I sold this Batman Hammer Strike Joker thingy for $27, including shipping. So I'm going to flip you around and show you the rest of the things that I've already shipped out. So I don't think I've ever paid more than $3 for any hat that I've ever bought or sold. So just to give you an idea. So these homecoming Stamp Around Alberta, these were an add-on to this order. And I actually, so he ended up paying for this, and then he bought this, and I was going to the shipper, and I invoiced him with 0 shipping and handling. And I actually had shipped it out before he had already paid. And he was just so tickled that I did that. I mean, I felt like he was going to pay. But sometimes, you know, you just want to get something in the mail. This was not going to have tracking. And there was an item the other day. You'll see it in a second. The painted ship sails. This sold for $10, including shipping. Here's a closer look. It was, I mean, I don't even know what that means. I think I tried to figure out what that meant. A lot of times these old buttons, and this is an old one, you can tell because you can see the backside protruding. A lot of them have like kind of interesting either political or, you know, their campaign buttons, and it's just interesting to see, to discover some of the stories about some of these buttons. That sold this was he just wanted one of these. He wanted volume 6, and I think he paid $20 for the one to get shipped to him. There was the one that he hasn't paid yet. So this is the one, the last time I was making a video, these clasps, these window seal clasp, the guy messaged me. It had been like a month. He never received it. This one did not have tracking. So I refunded him immediately. And then the very next day they showed up. And so he messaged me and he's like, hold on one second. Something that I didn't like about that angle. He messaged me to say, hey, these showed up. I want to pay you. That's the right thing to do. And I just thought that was awesome of him. So I just made a new order for him. This leather keychain, there was one of them sold for $20 shipped. This Supergirl sold for $31 shipped. Irredeemable was $21 shipped. There was this Ice is Nice, and there was that. All right, so let's get caught up on this store. Let's see, where are we? We're down here. Okay, so I think this is where we were, the Copra. These sold for $65 shipped. This IKEA towel ring hanger sold for $25 shipped. This Transformer graphic novel Jack, if you're listening, this is the one that I bought the day that we were talking on the phone. I paid $2 for this. This sold for $30. Sold for let's see, it was $46 shipped. This Aritzia dress, I got nothing in on this. This was my daughter. She was donating. This sold for $46 shipped. This Voices of a Distant Star manga sold for $20 shipped. This one, so this was interesting. So this guy, this is kind of how I roll as a reseller. He wanted to buy one of the, he did bought one for, it would have been like 12 shipped. And then he wanted to add one more. And he told me which one he wanted to add. And I would say he wanted to offer $3 for one more book. And I'm like, well, I can't really do that. I go, eBay charges 20%, and because it was a promoted listing, and they take a 30-cent fee. I'm like, at $3, I'm not making anything. Now, he told me which one he wanted. I went downstairs, tried to find it. I didn't have that one. So I came back to him like, hey, you know what? I'll do $3. I go, it's my mistake. Even though he hadn't bought it yet, I could have easily just declined it, canceled the listing and re-edited it and done that. But I said, you know what? I'll do $3 for that one. I'm like, I don't have the other one in stock. Well, he suggested a substitute. And he was so ecstatic. He thanked me. And then the next day he made a note to message and send me another message. He was just so happy that I would do that for him. And so, that makes me feel good as a reseller, that I can make somebody's day like that. A returning customer, this guy had bought like 5 pieces of this Indigenous First Nations art off of me, I want to say like 7 months ago, and I think he came back and bought the rest of what I had. These 3 pieces went for $130, including shipping. This poster, this is like a stamp. Like, these are literally stamps, but they're like on one massive sheet. Those sold for $55, including shipping. This California Barbie girl, this sold for $46 shipping, and there's those. So yeah, and then the only other thing that happened was, and Sabrina, if you're watching, I know that you sell a lot of Barbie, you'll find this interesting. I had picked up this Barbie. It had a lot of other pieces in it, but it was incomplete. So it had the original box, which is cool. It had this part of the boat, but I've basically parted everything out. And I still have a few other pieces. So this guy messaged me on Marketplace today, and we ended up meeting somewhere. And then we got to talking, and he wants to buy a few other things, and including the rest of the pieces that I do have for this Barbie. So he paid $25 for this piece, and he's interested in a sealed board game that I have, and I do have it listed on eBay, and I do need to take it down as soon as I get off this message to remind me, because he wants to buy that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer him the board game. It's a vintage board game, K-Tel, still sealed, and I'm going to say I'll do $200, because that's what I'm listing that for. And I did pay up for that, actually. So and I'm going to say I'll do $200. If you pay the asking price of the board game, I will throw in the other remaining pieces of this Barbie sailing, what is it? I guess I don't have, did I take a picture of the other side? Sun Sailor. It was going to bug me. This Sun Sailor piece. And I think I have the remaining value of the pieces that I have on eBay were right around $50 US, because I sold something just that you guys just saw that sold for $30 US. And so I think I think he's going to end up becoming a pretty good local customer. And this was listed on eBay, but I'm ecstatic that it didn't sell, because it just would have been a pain in the butt. It would have been $10, $12 to ship. I would much rather sell something like this locally. All right, guys, I basically did the feedback section, and after I started getting ready to make the video together, Man, I can talk sometimes. So I'm going to split it up in 2 videos. So I'm cutting the video right here, and I will post the second video on Sunday. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Thanks for watching. Peace and blessings to you guys. Feed that YouTube algorithm, and there will be another video Sunday. So this video will post Saturday, and then the next video will post Sunday. Enjoy the weekend, guys. Kill it on eBay, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.